Hey there folks, BlackCross here. This is going to be a little bit of an announcement video, if you will. I want to go ahead and talk about this because, quite frankly, I've thought about it for a while now, and it's like, you know what we should do? We should do another one-shot playthrough, because it's going to be a series, okay? Now, what do I mean by one-shot playthrough? Well, much like the last one, being that of Shadow of the Colossus remake for PS4. I basically beat it in 8 hours. Well, actually it was 8 hours and 30 minutes long, I believe. That's only because I was fooling around and everything like that. But point is that I wanted to do another one-shot playthrough. Now, I know for a fact there's a number of games out there that you can actually beat in under 8 hours. So I was thinking to myself, it's like, you know what? Maybe we should do that. We should do that. And I'm going to make this into a commemoration. Now, I can't guarantee this is going to be like every time, but I do want to at least do one every month. And with the one that I'm thinking of doing right now, there may be a few exceptions because of the fact that technically they are collaborations of games, but at the same time they are a collaboration of several games, so therefore beating one counts as one-shot playthroughs. What I mean is, obviously the first selection that I had in mind was the Mega Man Legacy Collection. So I thought about it and I was like, well, I've been wanting to get into the Mega Man series, the original Mega Man, mind you. I've only played the X series, being that is 7, 8, and Mission Commands, which a lot of people would say those are not the best choices, but at the time those were the ones that I was interested in whenever I was a kid. But I've never played the original one, so I thought to myself, you know what, since Mega Man 11 is going to be coming out soon, don't remember when, but I figured to myself, you know what, let's just go ahead and do a playthrough of the Mega Man series. Or at the very least play Mega Man 1, and then if for some reason we have time, go ahead and beat Mega Man 2 if we can. Not a guarantee, but at the same time, I know that these games are relatively... By relatively, I mean somewhat short. Like, you just beat the, I believe it's like, what, 6 Robot Masters per game? I may be completely wrong on that one. I am willing to admit I may be completely wrong on that assumption. Actually, there's a little cheat sheet here, because it comes with it, actually, surprisingly enough. Let's see... Well, the first one has 6 Robot Masters, and then the second one has 8 Robot Masters. Huh, interesting. Okay. But the point is that they'll be relatively somewhat short, and by somewhat short I mean I don't play a lot of them, so I want to say I could probably beat one in at least maybe 4 hours, maybe even 5, I don't know. Depends on the time. If I can beat it in less than 4 hours, we'll go for the second one. If not, then that'll be it for the one-shot playthrough. However, though, that's just one ideal. I've had another one, and it's the one that I was recently getting. That came in like last week, actually, which is the Metal Slug's Anthology. So, Anthology. Why did I say Anthology? Point is, it's the collaboration of the Metal Slug series, which is Metal Slugs 1, 2, X, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I thought about it and I was like, you know what, I've been wanting to get into this because of the fact that technically I played through Cuphead. Have not beaten it, sadly. Don't think I can by myself. So I thought to myself, I love the gameplay aspects of it. I do like the ideal of the run and gun series. So you know what? I figured Metal Slugs is a pretty popular series, so why not go ahead and play it? And I thought about it, and it's like, we can do a one-shot playthrough, at least with one of these titles. I believe we can. So it's like, let's go ahead and make that happen, you know? So you have 2 choices. You have Mega Man Legacy Collection, being that a Mega Man 1, and maybe 2 if we can. Or Metal Slug's Anthology. I keep saying Anthology. It's Anthology. Get that right, BlackCross. So yeah, I'll either make a poll or put something on screen or whatever, I don't know. I'll do something, but do pick between the two games if you can. One of the two. And if you have any recommendations for a one-shot playthrough, being that of a game that you think, and by you think I mean no speed running, just casually playing through the game, just casually playing through it. No speed run whatsoever, no crazy shit right here. Just simply playing through the game. If you feel like I can beat it in less than 8 hours, then recommend it to me in the comments below. Because there are a lot of games out there, but there are some that I do not know how long it actually takes. And before anyone even asks, what about RPGs? I don't think I can beat it in under 8 hours. Trust me, I think that would be something that I could probably do like a 24-hour stream, which I'm not going to do yet. I'm not quite ready to do a 24-hour stream as of yet. Or for that matter, I don't have the time to where I can do one. But yeah, just let me know either via comments or however way I get it set up. I haven't really decided if I want to do another poll thing or not. But if you feel like one of the two, or pick one of the two that I'll do a one-shot playthrough of. And then if you have any other future ideas for the series, let me know in the comments below. And as to when we're going to do the next one-shot playthrough, I'm thinking within the first week of April. Let me check. Either we'll do a one-shot playthrough either on the 3rd or 4th of April, being that of a Tuesday and Wednesday. And I hadn't really decided on which day in particular. It depends on how busy I get later on that day. But I do want to try to do a one-shot playthrough every month if we can. And the reason why I want to do this once a month, excuse me, is because obviously this is the year of the 30th anniversary of Final Fantasy, and I want to celebrate it by playing through all of the main titles, with the exception of 11 and 14. Let me specify on that one, because every single time I say every Final Fantasy game, people look at me and say, well, how are you going to do 11? With the exception of 11 and 14. In fact, Brandon got me, okay? I was telling him how so far every month I've done a Final Fantasy game, I've been doing it perfectly. Like, I beat one in January, I beat the second one in February, and I believe, if I'm timing it right, I might beat the third one before the end of March. And he then looked at me, and he said, well, how are you going to do November? I thought about it for a sec, and then I was like, oh, I saw what you did, Brandon. And I was like, well, on November, we'll be playing Final Fantasy 12. Because we can't play Final Fantasy 11, and Final Fantasy 14 would be forever. Actually, it would be for eternity, and plus, I don't think I'd be able to stream that game, because it requires network access. So therefore, Twitch would be cut off, unfortunately. So it's like, okay, we probably won't be playing 14 for the stream, but we'll be playing through, as of right now, we're playing through 3, and we'll be going to 4 all the way up to 10, then 12 and 13, and then ultimately at the end of it all will be 15. Hopefully by then all the DLCs will be released, to where we can just play through it all in one go, all the DLC and everything like that, get the full Final Fantasy 15 experience. But yeah. So in short, let me know in the comments below about any future one-shot playthroughs, and you have two options: Mega Man Legacy Collection and Metal Slug's Anthology. And yeah, I just want to go ahead and get this video put out for you guys, to where you can kind of decide on what game you want me to do in terms of the selection, and let me know again, to where I can keep track of it, and then maybe the next time we do a poll like this, we'll have more variety. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, this is BlackCross signing off. See you later, guys.